You have been lied to about cardio. For the last 20 years, the fitness industry has sold you a very painful, very exhausting myth. They told you that if you want to lose belly fat, protect your heart, and live longer, you have to suffer. They told you to do high-intensity interval training, those workouts that leave you gasping for air on the floor. Or they told you to run endless miles until your knees and lower back scream in pain. But what if I told you that for over 80% of people, that high-stress approach is actually stopping you from losing weight? Here is the undeniable truth. When you force your body through grueling, high-stress workouts every single day, your body produces a massive amount of a stress hormone called cortisol. High cortisol does two things. First, it makes you incredibly hungry, leading to binge eating. Second, it signals your body to store fat, specifically around your belly, as a survival mechanism. But there is a different way, a scientifically proven, highly effective way that has currently taken the world by storm. In this video, I am going to reveal a two-part master strategy that will completely transform your body, bulletproof your heart, and melt away body fat, all without running a single step. First, I will uncover the secret of Zone Zero, a globally trending fitness concept that proves doing almost nothing can sometimes be the most powerful thing you can do for fat loss. Second, I will teach you the Japanese interval walking method, a specific, mathematically perfect 30-minute protocol developed by a brilliant doctor at Shinshu University in Japan. This method is scientifically proven to boost your cardiovascular health and endurance by up to 20%, lower your blood pressure, and strengthen your legs with almost zero risk of injury. By the end of this video, you will have the exact step-by-step blueprint of what to do, when to do it, how fast to go, and why it works. I will tell you exactly what works, and just as importantly, what absolutely does not work. If you have tried to get fit and failed because you hated the process, or if you're an elite athlete feeling burned out and constantly tired, pay very close attention. This will change your life right away. Let's begin. Let's talk about Zone Zero. You've probably heard of heart rate zones. Usually they go from Zone 1 to Zone 5. Zone 5 is an all-out maximum effort sprint where your heart feels like it's going to beat out of your chest. Zone 2 is a moderate jog. But what is Zone Zero? Zone Zero is movement that is so gentle, so unbelievably easy that your heart rate stays below 50% of its maximum. Think of a casual stroll, standing up to stretch, tidying up your house, or pacing around the room while you're on a phone call. If you can breathe perfectly normally through your nose and you can comfortably sing a song or hold a deep conversation without pausing for breath, you are in Zone Zero. Now, you might be thinking, wait, if it's that easy, how does it do anything at all? Here's the brilliant science behind it. In fitness, there's a term called NEAT. This stands for Non-Exercise Activity Thermogenesis. In extremely simple English, NEAT is the total amount of calories your body burns doing ordinary, everyday things that are not formal exercise. Studies show that NEAT is actually the biggest secret weapon for fat loss. When you do intense cardio, you burn mostly stored sugar called glycogen. But when you're in Zone Zero, the intensity is so low that your body doesn't need quick sugar. Instead, it taps directly into your fat stores for fuel. When you sit at a desk all day, your NEAT drops to zero. Your metabolism goes to sleep. But when you actively introduce Zone Zero into your life, you're quietly raising the amount of calories you burn all day long without ever triggering that stress hormone cortisol. This means you burn pure fat, but you don't trigger the massive hunger spikes that come after a hard run or a heavy gym session. So, who does Zone Zero work best for? It works in almost all cases for beginners and people who are overweight. It breaks down the mental barrier. You don't need gym clothes. You don't need a membership. You just need to move gently. People with high stress lives. If you sleep poorly and work 10 hours a day, adding a hard workout will break you. Zone Zero actually helps clear stress from your nervous system. Advanced athletes. Professional bodybuilders and runners use Zone Zero for active recovery. It gently pumps blood through sore muscles, clearing out waste products like lactate, helping them heal faster without adding fatigue.
What doesn't work with Zone Zero? Let me be 100% truthful with you. You cannot use Zone Zero to build big muscles. It will not give you the heart of an Olympic marathon runner. If your goal is to build severe physical strength or extreme endurance, Zone Zero alone will fail you. It is a foundation. It is the baseline of human movement. But to completely transform your heart, lungs, and longevity, we must combine Zone Zero with the ultimate engine. Enter the Japanese interval walking method. In the early 2000s, a brilliant sports medicine researcher named Dr. Hiroshi Noce at Shinshu University in Japan noticed a massive problem. He looked at older adults and regular everyday people who were trying to get healthy. The standard advice was walk 10,000 steps a day at a steady pace. So people did. They walked at the exact same flat, boring pace every single day. And guess what the researchers found? After 6 months of consistent, steady-paced walking, nothing changed. Their blood pressure didn't drop significantly, their leg strength didn't improve, their lung capacity stayed exactly the same. Why? Because the human body is an adaptation machine. If you do the exact same easy thing every day, your body gets used to it and stops improving. You need a trigger. You need intensity. But Dr. Noce knew that telling normal people to go sprint or do burpees was a terrible idea. They would get injured and quit. So he invented the 3x3 Japanese interval walking method. And the results, published in elite medical journals like the Mayo Clinic proceedings, shocked the world. Here is exactly how it works. You only need 30 minutes. Step 1. You walk fast for exactly 3 minutes. Step 2. You walk slowly for exactly 3 minutes. Step 3. You repeat this cycle 5 times. That is it. 5 cycles of 3 minutes fast, 3 minutes slow. It equals exactly 30 minutes. Now let's break down the how and the what. What does fast mean? In this method, fast means walking like you are running late for a train. On a scale of 1 to 10 of effort, you should be at a 7 or an 8. You are using your arms, your posture is tall, and you are taking quick, powerful steps. Your heart rate should be between 70% and 85% of its maximum. Here is the ultimate test. During the fast 3 minutes, you should be able to speak a few words, but you should not be able to have a comfortable conversation. You should feel slightly winded. Then, when the 3 minutes are up, you instantly drop into your slow phase. What does slow mean? This is your Zone Zero. This is a leisurely, relaxed stroll. You are walking like you are window shopping on a Sunday afternoon. Your effort drops to a 4 out of 10. Your heart rate comes down to 40% or 50%. You catch your breath. Then, boom, the timer hits 3 minutes and you push the pace again. Why is this 3x3 method so magical? Why does it outperform 10,000 normal steps? Because of the contrast. When you push yourself for 3 minutes, you force your heart to pump harder. You demand more oxygen. This improves your VO2 max, which is simply a scientific term for how well your heart and lungs use oxygen to create energy. The higher your VO2 max, the younger your body is on the inside. In Dr. Noce's studies, the people who did this 3x3 interval method saw their aerobic capacity improve by up to 20%. They increased their leg strength by 10 to 15%. Their resting blood pressure dropped heavily, and they had significantly better control over their blood sugar levels, all from walking. But here is where most people fail, and I want to guarantee you do not make this mistake. Mistake number 1, the slow phase isn't slow enough. When people do intervals, they often keep their recovery pace too fast. They think, I need to keep burning calories. No, the entire purpose of the slow 3 minutes is to let your heart rate drop completely. If your heart rate doesn't drop, you won't have the energy to push hard during the next fast 3 minutes. Your slow phase must be a true Zone Zero stroll. Back off more than you think you need to. Mistake number 2, the fast phase isn't fast enough. Remember, you are not jogging. You must keep one foot on the ground at all times. But you must walk with purpose. Drive your elbows back. Keep your chest proud. If you are not breathing heavily by the end of the 3 minutes, you are cheating yourself out of the results. Mistake number 3, doing it too often. Does it work if you do it every single day? Actually, no, because the fast intervals demand effort from your muscles and nervous system. Doing this 7 days a week will lead to fatigue.
The proven, highly reliable protocol is to do this just 4 days a week. That's it, 4 times a week for 30 minutes. That is a total investment of just 2 hours a week to completely transform your cardiovascular health. So how do we combine the effortless fat burning of Zone Zero with the powerful heart strengthening of the Japanese interval walking method? Here is your ultimate transformational blueprint. I want you to implement this starting tomorrow. Every single day, you accumulate Zone Zero. Your goal is to sprinkle tiny, effortless movements throughout your day. When you take a phone call, do not sit down. Stand up and pace slowly around the room. After you eat lunch and dinner, do not sit on the couch. Go for a 10-minute, extremely slow Zone Zero walk. Science shows that a light 10-minute walk after eating dramatically lowers the blood sugar spike from your food. Lower blood sugar means less fat storage. If you work at a desk, stand up every 45 minutes and do 2 minutes of gentle stretching. Remember, this is not a workout. It should not make you sweat. This is simply turning your body from a stagnant pond into a flowing river. Then, 4 days a week, you do the Japanese 3x3 method. Let's say Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. You step out the door. You warm up by walking normally for 5 minutes. Then you set a timer on your phone. 3 minutes fast, 3 minutes slow. You repeat that 5 times. Then you cool down for 5 minutes. If you do this, I guarantee, with over an 80% probability based on thousands of clinical results, you will see changes in your body within the first 14 to 21 days. Your clothes will start to fit looser, not because you starved yourself, but because your Zone Zero movement is quietly burning body fat all day long. When you climb a flight of stairs, you won't be out of breath anymore because the Japanese 3x3 method has upgraded your heart and lungs. Your sleep will become incredibly deep. Why? Because you are reaching a natural, healthy state of physical fatigue by the end of the day, but without spiking the stress hormones that keep you tossing and turning at night. Now, I promised you complete in-depth information. What if you try this for a month, you get incredibly fit, and the fast 3 minutes start to feel too easy? Do you start running? Absolutely not. Running introduces impact, which can hurt your knees and ankles. Instead, we use a tactic called resistance. If you want to level up, you can wear a weighted vest, a low-profile vest adding just 5 to 10 pounds, about 2 to 4 kilos to your body. When you wear a weighted vest during the Japanese walking method, you force your core muscles, your back, and your legs to work significantly harder. You burn more calories and build better posture, all while keeping the impact on your joints at absolute zero. Another advanced tip is your breathing technique. During your fast 3 minutes, you will likely need to breathe through your mouth because you are demanding a lot of oxygen. That is fine. But the second you transition into your slow 3 minutes, your Zone Zero recovery, I want you to force yourself to breathe only through your nose. Breathing deeply through your nose activates your parasympathetic nervous system. This is the rest and digest switch in your brain. It rapidly drops your heart rate, clears out the physical stress, and prepares you perfectly for the next fast interval. Nasal breathing during recovery is an elite athletic secret that you can use on your daily walk. Fitness does not have to be a punishment. You do not have to destroy your body to change it. By mastering Zone Zero, you respect human biology. You keep your energy flowing, you burn fat quietly, and you eliminate the toxic sitting that ruins our posture and health. By mastering the Japanese interval walking method, you inject exactly the right amount of scientific intensity to build a bulletproof heart, strong legs, and a massive set of lungs in just 30 minutes, 4 times a week. This works for the absolute beginner. It works for the stressed-out executive. It works for the older adult wanting to play with their grandchildren. And it works for the athlete wanting to heal their body. Stop doing random generic workouts. Implement this system right away. Be consistent. Honor the fast pace, respect the slow pace, and watch your body transform in ways you never thought possible. You have the blueprint. Now, step out the door and start walking.